All right, boys, man. Welcome back to another YouTube video. I don't know why my YouTube videos are not uploaded, bro. I'm really uploading. It's just not doing it on time for some reason. But anyways, today we're going to be talking about on how to get ahead of most people. And I am 19 years old, and I can actually say I got ahead of most other 19-year-olds. Now, I'm not saying I'm ahead of the whole world in the population. Absolutely not. But I'm going to teach you the game on how to get ahead. So recently, you know what I'm saying, I've been feeling down pretty much last week because, you know what I'm saying, I'm working outside. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. It's mad freezing. Mind you, I'm in Michigan with this, so it's like very cold outside. And I'm like, bro, I got to get up out of here. Then on top of that, they threw me on a roll call with the CDL truck. Oh, yeah. I was gone. I'm like, bro, I'm ready to completely get out of here and change my life, man. I'm like, forget this. I'm ready to get to the next level. But I'm going to tell you how to get out of your $13 an hour pretty much job that you pretty much don't like and how to get out of it. Number one. Now, you can either replace it with another job or you can start a business. Either will work. But if that business don't get off the ground, I say still learn the skill. And the reason why I say learn that skill because just in case that business idea don't work out, you can still live decently. You can still have a crib, you can still have a car, you can still travel, and you can still live a pretty decent life if you need help with that. You know what I'm saying? Yes, that's why I recommend like getting stuff like CDLs or becoming a lawyer or something like that, because you still want to learn like a high value skill. You know what I mean, for yourself, and that is why I had to still learn a high value skill. Now I'm not saying my business popped off the ground. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying like I still got a skill, and I still got another business that's both paying me until eventually, once the business start paying more, I could completely leave the skill of what I'm doing. Now, anyways, back to what I'm saying. It was cold outside. I'm thinking, I want this business to get off the ground so I don't gotta do this no more. And I went ahead and started a whole brand new business model. Now that was probably the dumbest thing I could have did. I started a business called OFM. Now the only reason why I didn't want to pursue it was because I didn't feel right about it. Like I was gonna start off an OnlyFans business, but OnlyFans management business. But the only reason why I didn't want to do it because I felt conviction. I didn't feel right. I'm like, bro, it just feel like I'm using these females for money. It's pretty much like pimping in a sense. I don't really want to do that. I'm not gonna lie to you because I didn't feel right about it. You know what I mean? And I want to do business models that I feel right about. And tell me why the next day or a couple of days later, I seen a video talking about you got 15 businesses and you haven't got not one of them off the ground. You feel me? You haven't got not one business off the ground. And I was like, she right. Why do you have 15 different businesses? You don't got one off the ground. Now I preach to you guys to stick to one business model until one gets off the ground. And I'm over here starting another one just because I'm trying to get that fast money, that fast success, that fast wealth. And I heard she said like you got to start praying. She said like prayer is the key because understand that money is like a state of mind. Like rich is a state of mind. Before the actual dollar was ever created, that dollar was in somebody's mind before the dollar was actually created. The $100 bill, it was a thought before the actual $100 bill was actually created. You get where I'm going here. So that's the same when it comes to attracting wealth and abundance. It's the same thing. It's a mind. It's a state of mind that you're in. It's a wealth state of mind. And the way you get that wealth state of mind is by staying consistent over a period of time of seeing yourself already with it. Because guess what? Before the $100 bill was actually created, it was a thought in someone's mind. They made it seem like you had to work hard to get the money and do all this other stuff. No, whole time it's a mindset. And when you work on your mindset, your body will naturally follow. Your body's gonna naturally, you know what I'm saying, do what it do because the mind controls the body. You know what I'm saying? You think before you do something. So it's the same thing. You think wealth, you think abundance, you think, you know what I'm saying, money comes into your life. But you got to see yourself already with it. And what I'm trying to tell you is starting a new business is not what's finna do it, bro. Starting a new business, you already have businesses. Why are they not off the ground yet? Because you haven't entered that state of mind. And then if those aren't the right businesses, if you stick to the rich state of mind, you're naturally gonna do it. It's gonna seem natural actually. Because I went through 3 new cars. I went from a 2006 Lexus to a Buick, and now I got a 2026 electric Equinox. All because of my mindset. How I go from an old car to a brand new one? Because of my mindset, and it seemed natural. And that's pretty much what it does. It takes you through these steps. Now, some people, you could go 4 years and you don't see no results, but by that 5th year, that's where you could be the biggest thing on the planet, the biggest company on the planet. Or you got to go through stepping stools, or it could just all come to you right now at this moment. It depends on you as a person. So the best way I can say to get ahead of other 19-year-olds or ahead of people is by working on your mindset, working on yourself. You're better off working on yourself than anything on the external level. The reason why? Because you have to already see yourself with it. Like I said, the mind controls the body. We have to just ignore pretty much reality and focus on our internal. Once we focus on our internal, everything on the outside must reflect that and must come to pass. But we gotta focus. We gotta focus on our internal, and that's exactly how we actually get ahead of most people. Most people don't focus on the internal. Because if hard work was really the answer, a lot of us would be millionaires, billionaires, trillionaires. A lot of us work hard at our jobs. But guess what? If we don't work hard on our mental, we can't expect any outside changes. You don't have to worry about the outside because guess what? You got so much faith in God and so much faith in within self that you worked on yourself. Guess what? The world has no choice but to reflect that. Once you become that millionaire, you start meeting people, the world just treats you like the millionaire. Once you start treating yourself like that. And then guess what? You go through these bridges and incidences, and then you naturally just gonna get up there. And it's just gonna seem so natural on your way to the top. Now, with action, it does work a lot faster if you start taking action on what you're trying to do. But if you're not taking action, it's like, it's pretty cooked. Well, I ain't gonna say it's pretty cooked, but it's not as fast. Let me just put it like that. And so I'm basically just going over my mistake of what I did last week by starting a brand new business model, which was pretty retarded. Because, like we said, you gotta have a mindset. People be thinking starting a new business model is what's gonna help you. And sometimes I have to give myself reminders. Starting a new business model won't help you because you don't got the mindset. If you're not in that state of mind of it working, it ain't gonna work. It's just like getting another job. People get tired of one job. Oh, let me get another job. Like all your problems gonna go away. It's not. It's really not. You're still gonna deal with the same thing. You're gonna attract the same kind of people. It's just you're at a different job. So switching jobs is not what's gonna happen. You have to change your internal state. And this is how you actually get ahead of most people. Hard work and trying to outwork everybody is pretty retarded, actually. You could try that, but you're going to get burnt out. You're going to get tired. But if you work on your mental, that's where everything, you feel me, attracts. Actually, in the Bible, I seen a quote. It said, the best way to accumulate wealth is to invest in the heart of God. You feel me? It's like the heart has its own brain. You know, you got a brain to think. And then we got the chakras, you feel me? The brain connects to the heart. So it's what you feel in your heart. It's what you feel in the inside. And then that's when the natural wealth and abundance just start coming into your life. Do not make the same mistake like I did by starting a brand new business model without working on yourself first. It's going to be natural. You don't have to force anything. You don't have to force it. You're naturally going to do it, whether it's purposely or not. You're going to naturally start doing something different. This is how you notice change. When you start doing something different, that's when you see the different result. Doing the same thing over and over is just straight insanity. And we all know that. If you're doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different outcome, that is insanity. So you wonder, okay, how do we focus on our mental? We visualize it over and over. We write it down. We say positive affirmations, and we see ourselves already with it. Now, listen, the hard part is you have to have faith and you have to completely ignore reality. Now, I actually done this before. When you completely ignore reality, understand that there are things that are going to try to distract you. People are going to start trying to irritate you. You feel me? Or you're going to have to, but I noticed the irritation was the big thing. Or you start getting these random distractions that's stopping you from meditating. People will start distracting you. Things will start coming up because the ego is trying to stop you from doing what you're doing. It's trying to stop you from meditation and following the path of God. It's trying to completely stop you. So you got to completely, literally ignore that and completely fight that. Another one, you start having strange dreams, whether you either getting killed or it be these weird dreams that you start having. Understand that that's the ego trying to scare you and think it's negative and devilish and all that other stuff. No, it's the ego trying to hold you back. And we cannot let the ego hold us back, gang. Understand that this is a complete mental game and this is just the fake world. The real world is in the inside. So don't worry about this. That's the best way I can say ignoring it. Now, to really ignore it, meditate. This is the best way though. Meditate so much to the point where it feel like you're living two different realities. I remember at the time when I was meditating for 3 hours a day, and what happened was it felt like I lived two different lives. I was working at Little Caesars, but then I was a millionaire in another life. It's gonna feel like you living two different lives. But once it start feeling like that, just know you in it. You in there. When you start visualizing it and it start looking so real, it's gonna feel like you're living in two different realities, gang. You're gonna be like, damn. But this is how you know, bro. This helps you ignore reality. It literally helps you. No joke. It's going to make you ignore reality and realize, okay, this ain't the real world. Let me stay over there. And as you stay over there for a long period of time, stay in that vibration. You don't even got to stay for a long period of time, but you have to stay in that vibration. And then guess what? The world has no choice but to reflect it. And next thing you know, the wealth, the floodgates of wealth, and an avalanche of money just starts to flow in your life. And you can literally get ahead. Now, I did talk about money, but this is how with everything else in life, with your fitness journey or whatever you're trying to do, bro. You just visualize it, say affirmations, see yourself already with it. And like we said, visualize it so much to the point where your subconscious mind gets confused. And then guess what? it becomes reality, and you made it happen. Whether you got a girlfriend, your dream body, your money, the house you want, the car you want, the clothes you want, whatever you want in life, this is how you get anything you ever want. If you're going through a lawsuit, you can fix that too. Whatever you're going through, like I said, you can reverse it too. If you got cancer or if you got diabetes, you can get that out of you. If you got terrible eyesight, you can fix that too. Visualize it so much that your eyesight is perfectly fine over and over. Imagine your mom and dad congratulating you on your eyesight becoming better. You visualize it over and over, guess what? It becomes reality. And that's that, bro. So if you watch to the end, let me know what you think down in the comments down below. I'm going to catch you on the next video. Like and subscribe. Peace.